Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to part 5 of the general store build. A lot we're going to be doing tonight, so it's going to be. I'm going to try to get this thing finished up tonight, but we'll see what happens. It's just been a long, tiring week so far at work, so. We're going to do our best to get this thing done tonight. But there might be a part 6 finale. We'll see how it goes. So let's jump right into it and start with what I did since last time. I got the trim all ready to go on to the building. Like I said, I was going to do the roof and show you how I did it, but I did not do the traditional roofing. I did tar paper roofing instead, and this is what I did. Everyone knows you just pretty much take sheets all the way across and then just go up this there, and then I put this on top, the strips of wood to make it look kind of great, and I like that look. I still got to weather it. So I will do that. I'm going to do that after I get it together. Then along with that, I still have to add these little details to the top of the general store front, but I want to do that last. And then along with the texture of the pigment to age the roof a little bit, which I'll do at the end, and then I will apply the top peak stuff, and then maybe I pre-cut these. We'll see if I got it right for this dimension. Otherwise I'll have to do those later. But I did do one new item to this kit, right back here on the wall. I'll show you real quick. I put a hole in the wall. I put a hole in the wall right there for a chimney stack, which is right here. I'm going to be adding this guy. This is actually part of the kit, and I decided just to go ahead and do it. Just try it. I've be the first piece of any kit that I've actually added in on the build. So let's get some of this stuff together. Get my handy dandy little things here, and all that good stuff. Also, real quick, on this little piece that the chimney piece, I used this spray paint from Krylon. It's Krylon Shortcuts. It's a hobby and craft spray paint. It's great for wood, metal, craft, foam, and more. And I just took it just a few minutes ago. I just did like 6 to 8 inches away and just went like very quick sprays, not long, just very light and quick. And I'm already touching it. Just make sure it's in a well ventilated area. Alrighty. With that, this should go together fairly quickly here. So I am going to let's just start doing the L shapes to the buildings, getting both of them done, and let them set up for a minute and then we can marriage them. And then once they're married together, we can then work on the roof, get the roof all in there, and then start on the details, and then hopefully wrap this up. So again, this might be a little lengthy tonight, but I'm hoping to wrap it up, and then prepare for next week, which is the mountain cottage, my second custom build that I have done. So I'm looking forward to starting doing that and sharing that with you all. All right. First things first, let's grab a clean toothpick. I usually grab a couple of them, and then I get my tacky glue. And then what I like to do with my tacky glues is I put it on a paper towel. So I'm gonna put it right up here on my paper towel. Just squeeze an amount on it. And that'll be good enough. If I need more, I can always get more because there's another. I have to say, I'm a big fan of the Gorilla Glue that I use, but I also like the tacky glue. And if you can't find the lids, you better save them, because from what I understand, they're harder and harder to find. So save the lids. Okay. Which side do I want to start on? Well, shoot. Let's start on this side of the front. And we'll just get some glue. And we'll just kind of come down on the back side here. And again, the magnets that I'm using do not like to work in close proximity to each other because of the reverse polarity of them. It's like then they resist each other. So that's why I have to do this in an L shape and get them all aligned. So I don't need to go that high. Oops. I only need to go as high as... Right. I only have to go up that high. That's why I get a dry Q-tip. And this allows me to just remove some of that. Okay. Then make sure the colors are where they should be. Like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this like that, and then get the other piece that's over here. See how strong that is? So I need to go in like this in the corners, and then just bring it straight up. And then just make sure that it's right on where I need it to be. You know, you can always move one piece out more than the other. Make sure it's lined up, and the magnets will help do their job. Look at that. See that? They are doing their job. So we'll let that sit for a minute on that one. Let's do the other one real quick. And then we'll get it to go. Okay, so I don't want to do this wall corner, so I need to do this side, which means I got to do it this way. So we're going to take some glue, and I'm just going to run down like I did the other side. And then we're going to go opposite corner. Take this in there, opposite corner. And just feed that in there just like that. And what I like to do is I like to just take that just like that, let it do its thing, and then I can just take the pieces one at a time and just adjust. I can adjust once it's in there, I can adjust it to where I want it to be, just like that. And push that all the way down. There we go, like that. Bada bing, bada boom. I sure like these. Let me tell you what. I used to do my models without any any magnets, but these are like my helping hands. I can hang on to this and they're going to hold that, and I can just adjust whatever I need. You know, I can't tell you how much I love these. Perfect, perfect. I was going to do this type of thing, but because the polarity of these don't work, we're going to give this a second to work, to hold. So essentially you can see kind of what's going to be, you know, these are going to go just like that. Just like so. That's what it's going to look like. And once these set up here in a minute, I will be able to take them off and do them right. So while those dry, I'm going to set these over here for a minute. Apparently they can't get along together. So we're going to just set these up here out of the way. What I was thinking of doing is I'm going to get, where's the... Nope, I guess it's in my container. And just move this box out of the way. For a minute. And we'll get to the pigment chalks. And do what we need to do there. So I'm just going to slide this down, and I'm wanting to do like a little bit of a white. Okay. So I have a little bit of a white here. So I'm just going to dab my brush and just kind of do a little bit of a white powder. And I'm going to layer the, I'm going to layer this, you know. So I'm just kind of getting white on it, and I'm going to use white, gray, and brown. The white will kind of lighten the black, and then the gray and brown will kind of age it a little bit. There we go. All right, now I have brown, but I'm going to try something here. I want to see something here for a moment. Kind of got like an orangish brown. Just dabbing it. Normally I use a brown, but I want to try, I'm trying this as a different thing. I'm just getting this into the nook and crannies. Just kind of using it with the white and discoloring, and then I'll add a little bit of gray to it. And what the gray is going to do is it's going to be more of a, see the difference there? I'm not doing the whole thing. I'm just trying to show that, you know, down the middle there's like drainage. And that's all I'm trying to do with this. I'm just trying to show that there is some, you know, some drainage here. You know, there is some wear on it, but, you know, but it's not all over the entire. There. See how you just have a little bit of a age color. You don't need to always go to the edge because you're going to have, that's not always going to be the case. All the water is going to go create a rivet, you know. So that's done. That's to my satisfaction anyway. To that portion of the, you know, of the build. Now, let me put this back in the corner here. Oh, found a window that I thought I'd lost. All right. Anyway, moving on in the build. Moving along. So we got the roof, main roof done. We got the sides together. Next, we are going to use a little bit of barn. Where did it go? Just had it. Paints are right here. Here it is, barn red. We're going to use a little bit of barn red tonight. It's not a lot. This is an old rusty pipe, so I trying to decide what I want to do with it. And so with that, I've decided I'm going to use a little barn red and my very fine tip brush. Now, mind you, I have not used my nice brushes yet because I'm still working on, you know, feeling comfortable with painting eventually I'll get into some airbrushing. That's something that I've really wanted to start to learn, but um, we'll see how that all goes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dab in here, and I'm going to grab my tweezers here, see if I can. So by the little bit of the nub here, I'm going to grab that. And I'm just going to dab on some red. Um, um, and the whole top will be pretty much solid. Now see, it's not entirely, I don't know if it's not coming in entire, it's not entirely rusted, but you see there's some gray in there. Let's see if I can get this to come focus a little better here. But you can tell there you go. You can tell that I did that paintbrush it, but I'm going to smooth that out. A little bit, and then it's supposed to be a gray pipe. And then I'm going to, while I have it here, I'm going to take a little bit of this color I just used down here, and I'm going to dab it on there. It's kind of a rusty white color, and then I go to the other side. Again, you don't have to be all the way on it. I mean, this is supposed to be representing that it's got rust on it. It's not all the way rusted, but it's seen some age. It's got some age to it, you know. So what I do is I just take it and just dab on that color I was working with. It's down here on the mat. And, you know, every time I've done this, the effects come out different. So, it really depends on what you're trying to achieve, what the outcome looks like. Barn Red, when it dries fully, has a really cool rusty color. So I'm not trying to apply a full thick coat to it, but still enough that will show making sure I got all the sides to it. Now on the back side here, where I'm at, I'm just taking some pigment chalk and I'm just trying to dirty that up. I'm mixing up a little bit of that white and that other color I had, and just dusting it on there while the paint on the object is wet, and just kind of giving it that little bit extra to it. You know, you don't have to worry about getting everything. And let me bring it in here now. I had to bring it up close for me to watch it so I can get everything. But there you have it, right there. It's supposed to be my camera is not entirely liking the lamp tonight. So I apologize for the blurriness. But anyway, as you can probably tell, I'm going to get something better at some point here, but I got one little spot left to do, and it's right at the elbow, right there, as you can see. So I'm going to do that. And then we have this, I think we're going to call this one good. It's my first piece I've ever did. Barn red for me seems to be a good base to making things look rusty. And I got a bunch of pigment chalks that just when I use the barn red, I have rusty colors, so I use the pigment. And I'm gonna probably do some how-tos at some point, but I got this project to get done, and then I got my other project coming up next week I got to get done, and then it's all packing time because I'm moving in with my in-laws until we buy a house. So for me, this looks pretty cool so far. Just gonna let this dry, and we'll come back to it when we apply it. I might touch it up a little more, but I want that to set. So let's jump back to the building. Let's move these things out of the way here. Put my paintbrush in the water. That out of the way. Alrighty. Let's see about getting this building together now that we've had a few minutes for it to sit together. Okay, now, while this side's together, I'm going to leave it together, and then I'm going to just glue this other piece all together. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take, like I did this corner over here, I'm going to just take some glue, just run it up. And then take my other toothpick, which is made for all the excess that I don't want on there. Just put it back where it belongs. Perfect. Just put it on my finger. It'll go away. And then from that point, I need to add a little bit on to this piece. Oops. What I love about these toothpicks, they will help you out in a pinch. So now this is being held in true, so all we have to really do is line these up. Move the thing around on the inside. Just like that. Was not the corner I was wanting. I need it on this corner. But this will work just as fine. That'll work just as fine for me. And then make sure that that's all lined up. See how it lines up pretty nicely there. Got a little bit of pigment there. Get that out of there. Perfect. Now look at that. Now all four corners are on. I just got to make sure that they are where they should be. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm just looking over how nice of a job these tools really work. First time using them is on this project. They look pretty darn good. They really square up the project, and I'm liking that because it really helps me out. My hands are not the most steady, so trying to do it all by myself is kind of hard sometimes, and these really help. So while that is setting up, what I am going to do is I'm going to attach the roof and get the roof on. So to do that, get some glue here, and I'm going to dab it right along. Just run it right along this little piece here. So I'm going to go right along this little ridge right here. Fortunately, it's can't wait to get my tip applicators. This would be just going to be make it much nicer. But I will make things work as I can. I'm still getting things from my workbench that I really want, and I have some micro tip applicators that work great, and so I am just waiting to get those, and then we'll be good to go. So it doesn't really take a lot of glue. That's probably good enough on that side. And then what I will do is I'll take a little bit, and then we're going to go on this outside. We're going to do this on the outside. Get a little bit of glue there. And okay. Now, get my clean toothpick here and just kind of scrape away what I don't want. That's why I said I can't wait for my applicators, because then this will not have to be a problem as much. There we go. Okay. Now, we just put the roof on, and it's just as simple as that. I just got to hold this down. Along with this company that I bought these magnets from, they have roof magnets, and I want to get some. If you remember a while ago, I talked about Process. This company, Process Design. Well, along with the corners, they actually have roof ones, and I want to get a set of these because then I can clamp the roof down and mold it the way I want it, and it'll turn out good. So so yeah, I'm going to take the clamps off the wall now. The walls should be staying. Let me do some final tweak here. Check this real quick. Yeah. That all looks pretty good. Stick the roof back on top there. Make sure it all is going to be good there. This is why I want the magnets. I gotta hold this down for a minute just to let the glue catch the roof and whatnot. Make sure I get all the excess squeezed. It's not too big of an issue considering I'm putting trim in there, but I do want all of the trim to come out good. So I'm just adding a dot of glue to reinforce this roof on the inside under the roof, just because there we go. I do a little, sometimes I just do a little bit of secure extra. That's just me. You don't have to. But there you have it. There's the back of the build. The building is essentially together, guys. Yay! Oops. I bumped one of my aluminum siding pieces, so I guess I'll have to add a little bit more. There we go. Just added a dab of glue. There. Check that out, guys. This building is essentially together. You got the general old store faded blur paint job. You got the rustiness of that. You got a sign on the front. You got, instead of a shake roof, you got a tar paper roof like that. On the back, you got some nice signage, and the post for the chimney is going to go right there. But next, we got a little bit more detail work to do here. Next, I got to add the two pieces for the back eave trim, and that's what's next. We're doing the eave trim. And get my toothpick here. Bring these guys there. So this one's going to go on the right. And for that, all I got to do is get a little bit of glue and just run it. Make sure it's tacky and good to go. Perfecto. Now let's apply it. Where did my... Oh, here it is. Take the nice clean end of the toothpick. Just push it up against the roof there. There we go. And any of the excess glue that you see can just come right off while it's wet. Even though tacky glue does dry clear, it does leave a slight little sheen to it, so try to get what you can. There you go. There's one. Let's do the other. Let's do the other. Get the glue on there. Oops. Perfect. Let's put this baby into place. Now, using the toothpick, find the alignment spot, and I'm just going to slide her right up there. There we go. And you know what? I have to be honest. This is actually the best under eave that I have done. I am amazed how well that went together. I used to do just where I take one going this way and then I just butt up a solid piece there, and then there would be a split there instead of having to peak. So instead of it turn out like this, I used to just make my one mark there and then just run another piece to go up a long ways as a cheater way. But as you see, this went in pretty darn well, and I'm very pleased with that. I am very pleased, especially after the kind of long day at work I've had. A lot of frustration at work today. Anyway, the only thing we really have left, I don't need this stuff, is to bring in, there it is. We have the base. We have that guy. Essentially, just glue the base down and whatnot. Glue things down on the base. And we're good to go. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this glued to its foundation base plate. Then once we do that, let's see here. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. One sec. Is this it? I'm gonna do a quick bead of the paint. Staring right at it. It's been one of those days. Nope, don't want that. We are just gonna go with the brush I had. Where did it go? Here it is. And And just dab it in here. And just kind of go in enough. Doesn't have to be perfect. You're gonna wanna show some age to the this up front here a little bit anyway, because we are I mean, I'm going, you want more of the detail on the outside edge than the inside edge. So now that I got some color there, instead of just a white, I bring it back enough, even though it's going to be inside the building, I bring it back enough so I don't have to worry about it. That's what I do. And then what I'm going to do here is, where did my gray chalk go? I just had it. Ah, it's in my tray, which I set on the floor. I'm in the middle of organizing and packing everything up, so you'll have to forgive me. Trying to organize what I need for when I move over to my in-laws. So add a little bit, add some gray to it, and just go. And Mississippi Mud, add the gray to it. And I'm just adding some of the gray because the gray and the brown make a good shadowy for like dirt. Just don't need a lot because, you know, there. See how I just kind of brought some brown in there. I painted the whole thing Mississippi Mud, and then I added some gray just to kind of give it a shade, just to show that there's some type of foot traffic. All right, now that we got that done, oops, sorry. Let's just go ahead and glue this base down, and we can work on the porch. And then once the porch is on, well, once these are in, well, I'm going to check these out. I would like to add these, but I didn't. I'm kind of hesitant because I didn't know how it was all going to come together. So we're going to look at it and see. But essentially, we got this piece, and then the 3 pieces that go on the top go here, here, and here. And you know, we're coming up on an hour of this video, so I'm gonna try to wrap it up so it's not terribly too much longer. But what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna grab some glue, just kind of go along the base edge here, and make sure there's a good tacky lip of it there, like that along that edge, and then we'll turn and come down this edge, here, and here. This is starting to turn very, very, very nice. Now that we're getting it all assembled, I love seeing things come together when you put them together, you know? You see all your hard work and you see your skills grow, and then it just comes together. It just something about it that just, when you really work on something and then it comes together and you're like, wow, that is way better than what I was expecting. Well, that's one of these moments. I really didn't know how this was going to turn out or shape up or anything. This is just, these are kits that I just enjoy doing, and so when you just, sometimes I just do these on the go. In the past when I did kits, it's just like, okay, am I doing this right? Well, now I've learned to do it just on the go, and what it is how it turns out is how it turns out. So I'm just going along here, making sure there's no excess glue on the outside of the building before I lay it down, like that. And I just had a window come loose, so I got to make sure that goes back in. There we go. Okay, I need to add a little bit more glue in this one little spot here. Perfect. All right, let's just put this down in place. See what we get. I made a slight misjudgment on that, on the base. I turned it the wrong way when I turned it the wrong way, so I'll have to finish doing it this. Now that I have it the right way, see, I went this way with it and I totally didn't catch it. But no harm, no foul. All I got to do is just take my, to fix that, just take the glue that got on the porch here. Get that off of there. And you know what? I found that sometimes when you get some of the glue off and then you go in and you paint, it actually comes back pretty nicely. So now that this is on there, I want to make sure it's square. And it looks pretty squared up. That looks pretty good. Now I'm going to hold the roof, and then I'm going to put the whole bottom in my hand to apply pressure around the back side, along this side, and along this side. And I'm going to do that while I just touch up the front here. And if you get paint on the front here, it's the same darn color, so don't feel too darn bad. And these things happen. No big deal. Somewhere I heard, and maybe it was Bob Ross, the painter, said, "There's no such thing as a bad mistake, just a happy one." Because when you're the artist, you can take that mistake and make it whatever you want, and it becomes a mistake becomes an intention. And when there's something that was intentional, it can't be a mistake. So anyway, we're gonna get this done here. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. All right. Now, I'll touch that up a little bit. I want to check something here. And I think these are going to work. I think these will work. But let's see how this is going to look here. So what I'm going to do here is just take my little dab of glue on either end, like that. And that one doesn't look very good. So we're going to take a different one, and we're going to go like this, and put some glue on it like that. And then we're going to go yeah, this will work. Just fighting me for here for some reason. Get into place. Thank you. Holding this down for a minute, you can see kind of where I was trying to go with this here. Just like that. Just trying to hold this for a minute just so it will stay. Perfect. There we go. All right, now let that dry for a moment, and then we'll get the other one going, which is on this side. And when I put this other one in, I gotta put so Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to get this situated, and they're gonna work. It's just I gotta make sure that they're um no wonder I grabbed the wrong one. So I have to redo it. Darn it. But it's okay. Yeah, it'll go right in because I have it right where I want it. Dab it over here in the glue. Why are these? For some reason, these are not all the same size. And I cut them to be the same size. So we're going to get rid of that one. And we're going to add just the two. And just trim that one down. So, all right, guys. My addition is what's causing this to go a little longer. Well, we're over an hour. So, but I wanted to. We're about to end this video here. Just want to say thanks for supporting me, and your comments, or you're just watching. It just shows me that there's so much interest out there. I can't thank you enough for those who've shared their critique, thoughts, information, maybe what they work on. I love checking it out. That kind of thing. So, keep sending me good things to watch. I do check other people's things out when they let me know they have something that's worth watching. So, but keep in mind, I will be going to a different time slot. Come on, work with me. Stop moving. Good enough. Good enough. So anyway, I have one more of these I'm going to put on, but I am going to do it a little later. My hands are cramping, So I just want to get this done tonight. So real quick, we are going to put in the chimney and drop the other pieces on top. So I'm just going to swirl this back chimney piece and glue. And we are just going to get it in the building. So it can dry and get in place. And that just adds so much, don't you think? That just adds so much. It's kind of a reddish chimney. I see a lot of black ones with rust and a lot of gray ones with rust. So I just thought of barn red with a little bit of gray showing through, a little dirt, that kind of thing. But hey, whatever. There's the roof. There's the overall building. As we close up, I'm just gonna add these strips to the top. I'm gonna close out by saying, yes, I will be doing a build called Mountain Cottage starting next week. We'll see how it goes. It's a build that it's a custom build I'm doing. It's not based on anything. It's just kind of a freelance build. So yeah, hopefully you guys will stay tuned for that next week, and just kind of go with whatever hits. I'm just so excited to be able to come on here and do videos and just share the fun of the hobby with everybody, really. That's what I come on here for. I just love the sharing the hobby, so if we can't do that, then why even do it? That's what my mom says. If we can't enjoy it, why do it? Do not know what is on. Oh, it's paint. Oh well. I'll deal with that when this dries. Alrighty there. And there's one. Guess I'm gonna need a little bit more glue. Not a lot. So I'll just give it a little dab out. Then we just take this, rub it on, run it on the back. Boop, boop, boop. And then we just apply it. We don't drop it first. No, quit being a butt. Okay, that one's done. This one. And we'll be done, ladies and gentlemen. I know this was an hour and 15-minute video. Like I said, I'm in the full swing mode. I have a lot of work to finish up my build for next week, and I have a busy work schedule. So today is Wednesday. Next week is going to be a fun week because I start working night shift at my job. So it's just going to make things more interesting where I do things in the morning than I do and everything. So come on, you're supposed to go out a little bit. How is that going out? Here, come on, get off my freaking finger, you darn thing. Thank you. So I got a couple things I gotta do. These like I said, I added a couple of porch things to the front. I need to add one more. Um, I want to add one more right here to the right of the door. Right here, in between the door and the window. But essentially, this whole thing's done. Um, I'm I'm fanatically impressed with what I did. So I'm glad to be able to share all this stuff with you. Um, and it's just amazing with what I've added. I mean, I added I've added a chimney, which I've never done to a building. I've added signage, which I've done only one other time. And things are looking pretty darn good, if I don't say so myself. So I'm going to call this one a win. Even though there's a couple of things I still have to do to just because they're extras touches I got to finish. But anyway, this one's done for the night. Stay tuned next week for Mountain Cottage. It's a build that's going to be going on good. So again, sorry for the long video tonight, but I was trying to push it because I am trying to get to the other build before I have to start packing and getting ready to load things up for storage. So thanks for staying with me this long tonight, and I wish you guys an awesome evening or day whenever you're watching this. And stay tuned for next week when I start the cottage. Until then, stay safe, stay happy modeling, and don't forget, it's just a hobby. Be sure to spend time with family, and be patient. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.